And we're back! I don't know why that's turned into the catchphrase of these, but it has, because we're back! Watching Doctor Who. This time we're doing The Runaway Bride. And guess what, Bob?
What?
It's Christmas!
Christmas time.
We are actually
Bing, bing,
recording
bing.
this and editing it live on Christmas Day for your enjoyment. So we're making the sacrifice to make this. You should make the sacrifice. Leave your parents. Abandon your children. Watch us react to The Runaway Bride.
Exactly, because they just wouldn't get it, you know?
This episode, it's our first instance of the best TARDIS team of all time, the Dr. Donna. What do you remember about it? I'm sure you know more about this than you have the other ones.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, again, this is definitely around the era I think Doctor Who had my interests most. I do remember a fair bit about it. This came straight after the really heart-wrenching goodbye that the Doctor and Rose had in the Doomsday, thrown straight into Donna being on the TARDIS, and then things just sort of go from there, from what I remember.
We shall dive into this one like a shark going after a seal.
This opens the exact same way Christmas Invasion did, but also Rose as well. It's almost like Russell T Davis's way of saying, hey, this is a new era in the show, you know? Which I guess sort of works, because that's how I take it anyway.
Yeah, if it's good, don't break it. If it's good, don't fix it is actually the quote. If it's good, don't break it, obviously.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
There you go. I said it wrong 3 different times. Wedding. I love a wedding.
I feel like there's a reason we don't see Donna's father ever again. Like, did the actor die or something?
Yes.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh no, that looks like TARDIS regeneration energy. Let's hope it's not an inconvenient time.
What the hell is this place?
What? That was Tennant's thing, going what?
Yeah. What?
What?
And that's where I get it from.
I dread to think how many of my traits that I feel like are original are actually just borrowed from Doctor Who.
The Runaway Bride. A bit misleading. She didn't technically run away. She was kind of kidnapped against her will.
I demand you tell me right now, where am I?
I love that her reaction isn't, what's going on? It's like, who are you?
Where am I? It doesn't even take a second to look around the TARDIS interior and be like, wow, this is so magical and wonderful. It's like, no, wait, look, man. What's going on? Why am I here?
This has got
Fucking Neris!
I was halfway up the aisle.
This is the most Cathrine Tate of the Cathrine Tate episodes, probably.
It's probably the moment where they were like, oh my god, we got Cathrine Tate. We can't take this for granted, you know?
See, if this was Moffat's era, she'd have flung out and been holding onto the thing. I Am the Doctor would play and he'd run up and pull her back in. In this era, it's just like, oh shit, good thing I didn't run and jump out of there.
Yeah, and if it was Chibnall era, she would have run out, fell out, and the Doctor been like, okay, that's
Oh well, shut the door.
Yes.
Problem solved. We can't tell that joke, we've not watched it yet.
Hypothetically speaking, from what I've heard.
Yes, hypothetically.
Right, fine. I don't want you here anyway. Where is this wedding?
I felt the Doctor needed this after the fucking traumatic heartbreak he just experienced. You know, just someone to slap him in the face and be like, oh, look. I like how she kind of eventually wised up, like, maybe this is a bit of a touchy subject, rather than just going,
Add some depth to her.
It's a good balance, though, isn't it? Because they could have just gone completely comedic and carried it on for fucking ages. But then that would just make her look like an even bigger idiot because she just wouldn't catch on. It's a good balance between, like, emotional undertones and comedy.
I do like the fact that her introduction to the TARDIS was on the inside and then she goes outside and sees, oh shit.
Yeah, exactly. It's a good flip, I think, yeah, of what we're accustomed to.
That wasn't the best whip pan.
So seeing base and the inside of the TARDIS, oh, whatever, but seeing this big on the inside, okay, that's too far.
I draw the line at interdimensional spaces. There's so much momentum in this. It's just like, boom, we're telling the story. There's no, like, waiting around. When I was younger, I thought that was a superpower. I thought he had, like, the stop taxis whistle.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was just he did a good whistle. Also, why is his hair so flat? It doesn't look right.
He got wet from all the tears.
It's quite fun just seeing, like, the Doctor waiting in line.
I know, yeah. Him actually having to, like, commit to human customs for a change, yes.
I've got one wedding about to arrive and another wedding refusing to leave, so yes, I do think it's...
Jesus Christ, that escalated quickly. They're refusing to leave the church. Arrest them
Is
all.
weddings on Christmas Eve a thing enough for him to have 2 booked in on the same day?
Oh no, people are fucking weird though, aren't they? Probably think it's really romantic when actually, no, you should stay in and have mince pies and watch Christmas movie.
Oh no!
Not my
It's the
nemesis.
pilot fish.
Pile of fish.
The pile of fish.
Yes.
Why does she get in this? Look at who's driving it. Why does she get in? Why would she get in that taxi?
I heard some trivia that apparently all those banknotes actually had the Doctor's face
Oh,
on
that's
it.
fun. Need to help the screaming bride.
Yeah, I mean, not that that's an easy task or anything on motorway, but 9 times out of 10, if you get kidnapped by someone, jumping out of the car, you're more likely to survive by doing that than actually staying in from wherever they're taking you.
Yay! Go on, Doctor. I remember being mind fucking blown when I saw this originally.
Santa's a robot!
Santa's a robot.
Do you not know how it works? It's one of Santa's helpers. It's not Santa himself.
I always appreciated the kids watching on. It like grounds it in the fact that it's actually happening.
Because I think you'd probably question, like, how is nobody noticing this? But it's showing the people actually are.
Trust me.
Is that what you said to her? Your friend? The one you lost?
It's not the time for that, Donna.
Yeah!
You can just imagine those kids in that car are like, Mom, Dad, this just happened back there. And they're like, yeah, of course it did. Nice.
Have you been in Dad's whiskey drawer again?
It's not your fault.
Oh, that's a change.
Is he saying that's a change to her or just that's a change in his past experiences?
I guess it's safe to assume it's probably both of them, to be fair.
You're not connected, you're not clever, you're not important.
Wow. I feel like Donna was the one that taught him that he's never met anyone that wasn't special. Because the first time he assumed that someone wasn't, they turned out to like save the fucking universe.
Yeah, that's quite a good way to look at it, actually. Yeah.
Oh wait, isn't the plot just I fed her coffee so that she would like be magical or something?
Something like that, yeah.
Oh, I had this great big reception all planned. Everyone's gonna be hot.
They're just carrying on there.
That's so fucking mean though.
Oh my god, look at her face like thunder. Oh, that he's dancing with someone else as well. Oh,
Her
man.
own mother's getting in on it.
All paid for, why not?
Because she could have been dead.
He was behind it, Neris, the entire time.
That's how you get out of all difficult situations. Have a cry.
Well, and then everyone claps.
Why did everyone clap?
Kind of shows that these aren't the most insightful people you could ever meet. Oh, triggered.
Well, do you remember that time when your friend was overtaken by a random alien that tried to bang
Yes.
you? Bit of a strange thing to think back to in this moment.
Exactly, yeah. Shows that this Doctor is emotionally vulnerable. You can't even look at a blonde without thinking about his egg.
Human particles.
Oh, can you imagine that? All them just rocking up with like a dozen green trees just spinning, right? Oh.
Yeah.
Christmas trees.
What about 'em?
They kill.
Kill.
Oh no! Get away from the tree!
God's sake, the man's an idiot. What harm's a Christmas tree gonna...
I'm getting PTSD flashbacks here when she said that. Oh no,
Yes.
they've incorporated the baubles. I can't handle this. I might have to take a break. They're actually bombs. You are now being bombed by. This is never get a green
Yes.
tree. They will bomb the shit out of your wedding. Oh my god! He's dead by suffocation and cake after being bombed
Yes.
by a Christmas tree. The music as well.
Well, imagine trying to get into heaven with that alibi. Jesus Christ.
This is so. It's like a war zone.
I can't tell what I can take more seriously, though. The tree in this or the tree in the Christmas Invasion.
Don't let me in a sound system.
Imagine if just everyone's brains exploded. If this was 13's episode, she kills the monsters and all the people. She's
It
like,
was worth it, I guess. Yeah. God, that's a pretty insane zoom she must have had from her ship.
yeah. The stabilizer she must have on the camera to like have it that smooth as well. It's a star.
Lance, can you give me a lift?
Oh, thanks, Lance.
Because human energy hasn't existed since the dark times.
I'd love to see some episodes going back to like the dark times or whatever. I'd love some proper old school historicals with like the modern technology. We don't really have much of that.
Yeah, no, definitely. Just going back to a completely untapped period of the timeline.
Where is that camera that she's looking at? But let me just pop a camera underneath where the elevator will land. Oh, this is a segue bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is when everyone thought segways were going to become like the new way of traveling, and then they never took off.
They're looking at it now, it's like, why would you...
It is such a bizarre traveling mechanism, isn't it, really? I could walk quicker than that.
What, there's like a secret base hidden underneath a major London landmark?
I know.
I'm just going to assume that was a reference to the Nestine consciousness in the very first episode.
Donna, you're glowing.
Oh, thanks. No, Donna, you're really glowing.
Am I safe?
Yes.
13's the reaction to that answer. No, actually, you're in a really dangerous spot. Kick her out of the TARDIS into a supernova. That's like not great CGI. It doesn't really need to be CGI. It's just a generic structure. I'm sure they could have found something like that to film it.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Where are you?
Hi!
Man, she's baked.
She is so high, bro.
Yeah, she's so...
That's what we found beneath the earth. A dank weed farm.
Yes.
Oh, it's the bad guy.
It's a pretty good design, to be fair.
Not are born starving.
This feels quite Sarah Jane-y.
Yes.
Like Sarah Jane Adventures.
Yeah.
I feel like he took this tone, bottled it, and then put it into that series.
Christmas dinner.
Did they really think Lance was capable of this?
Yes.
This creature devours whole planets. I think a basic axe will probably take it out.
Yeah, nobody ever thought of that before.
Months I've had to put up with her. Months. A woman who can't even point to Germany on a map.
Alright, no need to be a dick about it. Jeez.
Yeah. You've already betrayed her. You don't have to be rude.
This time, it's personnel.
Nice of her.
And then I was stuck with a woman who thinks the height of excitement is a new flavour Pringle.
A new flavour Pringle is very exciting. Have you had tomato pizza flavour Pringles from Greece? They are amazing. Growing up is realising you relate to Donna more than any other companion.
Yes.
What are you? A consort?
It's better than a night with her.
Oh my god.
So mean-spirited.
It sort of has to be quite extreme though for how potentially extremely annoying she's been to certain watchers.
Yeah, no, exactly, yeah.
They're such very good
Shots. The actress is having so much fun playing this monster.
Yes. She's acting as if this is the last time she'll ever get to act.
Aww.
Poor Donna. You do actually feel bad. You do actually feel proper bad for her, though, you know?
Yeah, fuck you, Lance.
Yeah, I mean, Lance sucks. I could deal with evil alien things that want to blow up on it. I'm like, okay. I mean, I don't blame you, really. But the guy who's that much of a dick to his fiancée is just taking it a bit too far for me.
creation of the earth.
I want to see the creation
Yeah.
of the Earth.
That's the sun.
No way. It's actually crazy when you think about it. Like what we're doing right now and where it came from.
Yeah.
Like how impossible it actually all is.
What a wedding there shall be.
How does this creature speak English?
Oh, when the TARDIS isn't there.
If anything, you could say this is the original English speaker, given that she formed the fucking Earth.
Yes.
I like that it still does wide shots, even though the wide shots don't look great. I appreciate that they're trying and they're not hiding.
The commitment is still there.
I do.
I don't.
I don't.
Oh my god.
Emotional damage.
Exactly. Is there no decency to this Earth-eating alien, honestly? Like, it's just...
Have a bit of class, lady.
You are quite impolite to your lady.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, kill him first.
Yeah, I'm actually starting to like this Ragnos lady, actually.
She's one up on Lance. The government really splashed out this year for this event.
Yes. That would be quite realistic of our government, though. It would be like, oh, they really splashed out on the decorations this year. Meanwhile, still people starving and everything, you know? And also, I just need to point out that the trope that I don't like just happened, where a kid just stands there while something's coming towards them and does nothing, apart from, like, scream.
Hey,
Oh!
watch out for that tree.
Sorry.
I'm afraid I have to decline.
Then what happens next is your own doing.
I'm gonna commit genocide again.
No!
No, not the baubles.
I love how that's the other thing. He couldn't just blow them up. He has to drown them.
Yeah, he has to drown her children alive.
It has to be a slow, painful death.
At least, like in a later episode, they address this. So it's not that egregious. We know that this act of quite severe darkness is going somewhere. This is so sad. It's not that like they were a lance. They were just children.
I'm wondering the reason why he's going so hard on this genocide is because he's still feeling the loss of Rose. I don't know, because even for him, it's out of character. Not necessarily in a bad way. Like, it's not like character assassination. I don't know, I'm just throwing it out there.
And again, it is addressed later on, so... Here come the tanks. Thank God it's not a Dalek made in Sheffield. They have no chance.
Wait,
Boom!
over Mr. Saxon? Who's that?
Oh, the first Mr. Saxon drop.
Oh, so we got snow in the last one, now we got falling tinsel falling out of the sky.
Both of which are the dust of aliens. Because it can never just snow in England.
He deserved it.
No, he did.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
I
I'm
disagree,
possessed.
Donna. He deserved
He
it.
fucking deserved, if anything, he deserved a slower death.
She must be disastrously cold right now.
Yeah.
She can hang handbags off of her nipples.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've never been told no before.
Oh, doesn't he just leave like a dick?
Yeah, I think he does.
That's
yeah.
rude, Doctor.
That's so rude.
This is the episode of everyone being rude to Donna.
Be magnificent.
I think I will.
Yeah, I think you will too.
I see the best season in the future with you in it.
Her name was Rose.
He got proper choked up then, Jesus
It does
Christ.
bug me a little bit that they act like Rose is the only companion he's ever had ever, and it's such a hard time to get over when there's literally like 40 years of him having companions. And that was The Runaway Bride. What did you think, Bob?
I still think this one's pretty good. There's a lot going for it. Some of the other Christmas episodes we've watched, I've sort of felt like it could have just been put anywhere in any season. But here, I think it really works as like a bridge between Series 2 and Series 3, especially as this is like the first introduction that we've had to a new companion other than Rose in the revival. I think having a character like Donna here really worked, especially since you know that the next companion is going to be Martha, that had quite a similar relationship with the Doctor. I mean, as one-sided as it still was somebody chasing the Doctor romantically. So to have like a little intermission between those two and just having fun for an episode, I thought was really nice. I thought it was really good. I think the Ragnos design is really, really cool. On a technical standpoint, it is a marvel to look at. The acting is a bit over the top, always screaming and writhing, you know. At the same time, though, suitably over the top, the outlandish performance kind of matched the very outlandish design of the creature. So I guess that was fine, really. I think with the scene of him killing like all the eggs, all the children and everything, I think that scene was really, really effective. The wrath of the Time Lord. It could have been even more effective if she just wasn't screaming over the top of it. I know she's in like distress. The more I think about it, maybe they did make it like that so it wasn't quite as fucking dark. Overall, it's a good episode. Spoilers for my ranking, but I think for me, this kind of sits very comfortably in the middle. I don't think it's anywhere near as good as Christmas Carol or Christmas Invasion, but I think it's a lot better than The Last Christmas and the Doctor, Widow and the Wardrobe. This is a nice kind of like middle ground.
Yeah, I really like it. I actually like it more than the Christmas Invasion. Spoiler again. It's nice to have a really high momentum story that just focuses primarily on two characters getting to know each other, essentially, because that's pretty much what happens. They get to know each other and they save something. I like the fact that Donna comes in as this screaming, raving, angry woman, and then somehow they manage to humanize her and make her one of the most likable people ever in the show by pretty much the end of this episode. I don't really have much negative to say about it. Desperately trying to think of some criticism. I can't really come up with anything, really, because it's just super solid the whole way through.
Maybe one thing I will say, for the sake of perspective, the invasion aspect of the Christmas Invasion worked a bit better than the invasion concept that happened in this, in the sense that you saw real peril like throughout the entire episode, and you actually did buy that humanity could just be invaded, and at this point nothing can stop them. You know, so I think the dread there worked a bit better for me, because then with this, you hear about it a lot, and you get that really, really cool sequence with the creation of the Earth. Apart from that, it's more just talked about. From that perspective, I think that's probably something that works a bit better and probably doesn't work as well with this episode. But yeah, that's still quite a little thing.
This also has a lot more of the Doctor being the Doctor, which I thoroughly enjoy far more than just 10 minutes at the end. It's really nice, like you said at some point, I'm not sure if it's in the reaction or your review, it's nice having him interact with someone that's not trying to bone him. Like, she's like counter-punching back to him, and seeing him bounce off of that is just a joy to watch.
This story also does just kind of start to plant the seeds of what does work about the relationship later on down the line.
Yeah, it's so hard to give wrapping up thoughts because I'm just going, it's good. It's really good. I can't think of anything bad to say about it.
Kind of alluded to it while we were watching the episode, but like, what did you think of the Doctor being dark?
It's like in the moment, it feels a bit like, oh, come on. When you think of the context of everything surrounding it, you think, even though I don't like the fact that he's essentially grieving the loss of his loved one, you do have to factor that into that's where they've written the character to be at. So it makes sense that he might go over the top, and then knowing this is all then addressed with the Time Lord victorious, and it's a complete and round character arc, even though in the moment it's questionable, but I know where it's going and I like where it's going, so I'm completely fine with it.
It also sets up turn left and that concept as well, doesn't it? Because
yeah, it sets up turn left, it sets up Waters of Mars, sets up all of the audio stuff they did the other year. Like,
it's actually a very valuable scene when you look at it from that perspective.
If I didn't know anything was coming, I'd be like, what the fuck, they've ruined his character. But because I know where it's all coming and like trust the process, I'm like, yeah, cool. Ranking time, this will be interesting. What's your ranking? Where's this going?
So this is going below Christmas Invasion for me, but it's going above Last Christmas. So my ranking at the moment is Christmas Carol, then Christmas Invasion, The Runaway Bride, Last Christmas, then The Doctor, The Widow and the Wardrobe.
Yeah, I'm actually going to put it above Christmas Invasion. So mine would be Carol, this one, and then Christmas Invasion, and then Widow, and then Last. What's your number ranking?
I'm going to give this one solid 8. 8.
Solid 8. I'm gonna give it a solid 9. That was The Runaway Bride. If anyone who was mad enough to actually watch this on Christmas Day, go to a doctor. Go get yourself sorted out. But thank you. At the same time, we're gonna do one final one on New Year's Day. We're doing Jodie's New Year's special. We haven't forgot about her. It's just she doesn't have any Christmas special, so we're doing it on New Year's Day. I'm sure we'll love it. I'm sure we haven't already watched it, and I'm sure it's going to be great. We were bound for fodder. That was The Runaway Bride.
Bye.